I'm in the magical kingdom of Atlanta, the proud cradle of the American civil rights movement.
A lot of people associate Atlanta with the civil rights movement as the birthplace.
A footballing utopia where you can even have a five-a-side game right by their metro stations. And a city where barbecue battles lemon pepper wet chicken wings for people's culinary affections. Jon Stewart once said about Atlanta, "I love it here," and not just for the strip clubs, but for the food and shopping too. It's an incredible day to be alive, which means it's an incredible day for biscuits. Come with me on a trip to Biscuit City. Breakfast, a great meal, or the
most important meal of the day.
Kevin Clark, he's the founder of iconic Atlanta breakfast spot, Homegrown, where breakfast isn't just a meal, it's a quasi-religious experience.
Mine's just simple Southern. I mean, we're Southern to the core.
Originally hailing from nearby Tucker, Georgia, Kevin was tongs deep in a fine dining career, working at some of the world's most prestigious restaurants, when, a little bit like a Southern Carmy from the Bear, he came home to find peace and cook the recipes that are in his DNA.
Yeah.
What are you seeing when you see that? Describe what you're seeing.
Happiness. This is the only way to start your day.
All of this is just ultimately a reflection of your mother's cooking.
Right. Yes.
World Cup comfy chicken.
World Cup comfy chicken. It's happening, America. This is not just a biscuit. This is a Michelin recommended biscuit. Do you know how much love you've got to put in every biscuit to get the Frenchies to come on in and go, bon bon? This may be the fried chicken talking, but I think America are going to win the World Cup. Literally weighed down, but figuratively lifted by whatever the collective noun for biscuits is, we travel to one of the city's most important and profound experiences.
I'm Nicole Moore, and I'm the Director of Education here at the National Center for Civil and Human Rights in Atlanta.
One of the most indelible museums in the world, a place that commemorates some of the darkest moments in American history while celebrating the unrelenting spirit to overcome.
But one of the first things that you see when you walk in is this tunnel, and you have the white community and at what was called colored community. The pictures, they're doing the same things. It just can't do them together because the law says that they cannot engage in these activities together. If they did, when you look up, you will see images of a body that's been lynched, a car that's been burned, and a cross burning. And so you kind of understand the violence that was associated with de jure segregation. How does the Black community survive? Places like Auburn Avenue, which at one point was the wealthiest Black street in the country.
Auburn Avenue here in Atlanta.
Auburn Avenue, about a mile from us in Atlanta. This is where Dr. King was born and raised. This is where gentlemen like John Wesley Dobbs became leaders in their communities. This is where Atlanta's first African-American policemen were stationed. There's so much economic, political, and social power in Auburn Avenue that people don't realize we're doing this still within the bubble of Jim Crow, still within these laws that say you can't go here. We're saying, okay, cool, but what we're gonna do in our neighborhoods is create a social life like you've never seen. Have businesses like newspapers, radio stations, insurance companies. And we're going to build the largest consortium of historically Black colleges and universities with the Atlanta University Center. All of that's happening here.
At the same time.
At the same time. This is what's growing. This is what's creating Black Atlanta. This is what's making Atlanta one of those pivotal places for the American Civil Rights Movement.
This is what this place is.
Yep, when we think about how we want to, one, remember history, but also carry it forward, we can either decide to sit in the darkness or we can take that to motivate us into the light.
Modern Atlanta is a city that does exude light, especially when it comes to one of its great collective passions, barbecue.
to go outside and see a smoker?
Would I like to? What did I come to Atlanta for? Let's
go
smoke
do
it
it.
up. A blue moon shines at midnight over. Oh. Behold, security's very tight tonight. Oh my God. The creation of Texas-born Jonathan and Justin Fox. And I'm Roger Fox, the third twin.
We started cooking in our backyard, and we would have, our friends would come over and we'd have bands play. It was usually like $40 a head, all you could eat, all you could drink.
I mean, it wasn't just friends. Some of your friends who are musicians are
We had
iconic.
In the Atlanta region, we have a lot of talent come through to record, so.
It's like drive-by truckers.
Yeah, we had Patterson Hood and their drummer, Brad, come play a show in our backyard, and I think it was the last barbecue we had, because we had over 200 people at our house, and both toilets decided to quit at the same time.
As you do.
You know, I think it was our house's way of saying, hey,
Enough.
we've had enough. And we'll smoke our ribs for upwards of 5 to 6 hours.
I wish this was in smell-o-vision. It is extraordinary. In the ashes of those broken toilets, Fox Brothers rose like a barbecue phoenix, using its brisket, its pork butts, its chicken wings to become a favourite of locals and barbecue tourists alike. I don't know how the earth was created, but I'm pretty sure this is the origin story. Collards, you got ribs, you got chicken wings. It's the South on the plate. We are in last meal territory. Oh my God.
The old adage is, you can't smell barbecue, then don't stop and eat there. So, you know.
It's not an adage, it's a life truth. Atlanta's creativity extends far beyond the ribs and the rubs, from the murals that line the roads in the Cabbagetown neighbourhood to the eccentric quirk in vintage shops like the Clothing Warehouse. Already vintage. To record stores that celebrate the city's emphatically singular proud musical history. It's the one. From poetry to prose, and just north of the city is a veritable treasure trove of more than 75,000 books.
It's signed by Langston Hughes.
Stunning. This whole shelf is about when Everton were good. Oh, look at that. Tony Carr. It's Greg Berhalter's nom de plume. And thus inspired by Triple G's Tome of Wonder, I wanted to dig a little deeper into the A's love of football, which reveals itself in the most unlikely of places. In Atlanta, a proper football city, because this town has football pitches on its train stations. And while US men's national team hopefuls of a certain vintage are welcome to use these fields, their main purpose is for a much greater cause.
I'm Elijah Miranda. I'm Executive Director of Soccer in the Streets. Soccer in the Streets exists to create opportunities for access to the beautiful game for children all across Atlanta in underserved and underinvested in communities.
One of the ways they've done that is to build these fields at 6 rail stations where they run leagues and provide coaching for children who might otherwise have been robbed by circumstance of the opportunity to play the game we love.
Often we see in those communities higher rates of poverty, lack of physical spaces, and we create these safe spaces for children to play.
You're essentially creating the spaces where thousands of kids a year can fall in love with the game of football.
Absolutely. So that's our hope and dream, that we create opportunities for children to discover maybe their gifts and talents. Because one of the things that we want to see in children, we want to see them empowered by the benefits of sport. Football is an incredible connector.
The ultimate connector.
Yes, the ultimate connector. It's the world's game. Anyone can come out here. You don't need a lot of equipment. You just need the ball. You just need the goals, and you can come out there and learn how to play.
Please God, this man is talking about the future for every city in the United States of America. But the night is young, and we are on the lash. When it comes to night clubbing in Atlanta, there's only one place that comes to my mind. Yours too, I'm guessing. No, not that place, this place. Can you just tell us what lemon pepper wet is?
Lemon pepper wet is the hot buffalo.
like it's different levels to it.
Yeah.
With the lemon pepper sprinkles.
At what level are we at here?
You had the hot. That's the original. It's hot with the lemon pepper sprinkles.
There's two types of people in the world. There's the ranch people and the blue cheese people. What's the difference between, are they like the Leos and the Scorpios?
Yes. Oh my God. People like you might have someone at the table who like, who's eat blue cheese? You gotta be sick to eat blue cheese. And the other person like, bring me my blue cheese, okay?
What's cooler than being cool? Lemon pepper wet. And after the party comes the after party. Behold, Atlanta's New Jerusalem. Life's human truths are self-evident on this plate. Just keep your life scattered, smothered and covered. It's the Atlanta way. Where the ribs are always sticky, the biscuits are so fluffy, and the music is undeniable. A place so perfectly encaptured by Andre 3000 himself. The South got something to say. This is the ultimate road to glory, presented by BMW.